Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Common Sense. Y'all, I'm back making videos. I'm happy to be back. I hope you guys been good, man. Look, I'm back because of City of the Wolves, bro. SNK made a banger with this game. It's my favorite modern game. It's not even close. I'm really addicted. Me and my boys have been playing. I feel like I got like a modern Third Strike mixed with my second favorite game, KOF 13. So you got my favorite game, Third Strike. You got my second favorite game, KOF 13. And this game is like a mixture of both. So like, I can't believe I'm getting a game like this in the modern era, man. Like I had pretty much given up on thinking I'm gonna experience another game like this, and this game came out. So like, shout out to SNK, man. Like they made a game that's like the perfect combination of my favorite games, and like really kept it like old school, the way like the older games felt. And for people who like those games, man, like it just feels phenomenal. So I'm super excited, man. So excited that I'm starting to make content again. I want to get out, show the game to more people. I want more people to play. I want the people to play to have a good place to hang out, man. I just want it all, man. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to show you a little bit about why I love this game so much. Talk a little bit about the lore of the game, like the connection to Third Strike, the connection to Garo, the connection to like everything. I just want to show you why I love this game so much, man. Also, they just added kin, like kin masters. And then not just any kin, they added like a whole bunch of Third Strike kin into this game. But they also show love to Street Fighter 2. They show love to Street Fighter 4. They show love to Street Fighter 6. So they show love to all the games, but they gave a lot of Third Strike love too. And I'm just blown away, man. SNK is on fire with this, man. I'm super excited for this, man. And like I said, it all comes down to like a game with parry. You know what I'm saying? My favorite mechanic of any video game ever, right? Parrying something, you feel like a god, right? Like literally. You know parries are different, right? It's just different. It's just a different feeling. I feel like it unlocks fighting games to another level. I feel like more games should do it. I feel like it should be explored. Like I would love to see a Guilty Gear with a parry and a Marvel with a parry, but I digress. Well, I'll make another video about that. But the point is, I love that Fatal Fury in a modern era made a parry, like an old school parry back. You know what I'm saying? I'm so addicted to the original, that the thing that started it all, of course. Evo Moment 37. Without that, I wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't even be talking to any of you guys. So me seeing this moment, man, it changed my life. I'd always played fighting games. I've always played Street Fighter, but this is the first time I saw something that like I was like, whoa, like this is another level, right? Like most of the time, you know, you're just punching and kicking and throwing special moves. But wait, you can like, it feels like you can put yourself into the game a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're looking at this parry, you know, that changed the world. Like Daigo is doing this himself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something different. Like I feel like you're able to put more of your humanity into the game when you add in parries, when you add in something so personable. And that's what made me fall in love with Third Strike. It's why it's my favorite fighting game of all time. And it's the game that like made me become the person I am and like changed my life. So honestly, that's why I'm so blown away to even like have City of the Wolves. But before you get to City of the Wolves, you gotta go to Garo, Mark of the Wolves. And without Mark of the Wolves, we wouldn't have City of the Wolves. So the reason why Mark of the Wolves is such a big deal is because Mark of the Wolves, in reality, it's kind of like a brother to the Third Strike, right? Like Mark of the Wolves is SNK's Third Strike, right? You had Third Strike come out in 1999. You had Mark of the Wolves come out in 1999. So originally you had Street Fighter 3, the original Street Fighter 3, New Generation came out in 97, and then they made Second Impact, and then 1999 made Third Strike. And by that time, SNK was like, well, bet, you want to make a game with parry? Bet, we can do one too. You want to make a game that jumps in the timeline and goes in the future? Cool, we'll do one too, and jump in the timeline and put Terry with the cool jacket and the hair down with the bomber on, and Rock's a grown up. The son of Geese Howard is now the main protagonist who now is with Terry. It's just nuts. So it was always so cool. But the reason I love it, and the reason you guys love it, or love any of this, is because of the parry, right? The parry is what's so cool, because you end up doing super dope stuff that like is hard to emulate, but like super cool to master, and you get amazing moments like this. Oh my God. It never gets old. It never gets old. It's always so cool because it's the timing and the difficulty of doing things like that that make it so cool to me. And it just looks fire too, man. So yeah, so you get Garo, right? And that was but that was in 1999. I never thought I would get a sequel. Like, right? Like, that's like getting a sequel of Third Strike. Like, Capcom won't make a sequel of Third Strike. And for better or less, like, when they originally made Street Fighter 4, that was supposed to be a follow-up to Third Strike. It originally had parry in it, just like Third Strike. And apparently Ono came through and said, yeah, no, we're not doing that. And all the staff apparently was like, what do you mean? That's clearly the next iteration. And he was like, no, we're going back to the old school original. And he's stated multiple times that is too difficult for an entry-level player to be in the game. So unfortunately, that's the reason why you don't see Third Strike parries around, is because they specifically believe it's too difficult for most players to play. There are plenty of players that are godlike that could do it and be fine. But I mean, it does make sense from the intro standpoint. I mean, I get it, like, getting into it is more difficult because it is an extra thing you have to learn outside of just learning your special moves, learning your normals. Now you got to learn how to tap parry and parry top. I can imagine it's a lot for new players, so I understand why they didn't want to go that direction. But I was super saddened because it's the coolest thing ever. I love it. And I just was so sad I was going to never see anything like that again. And that's why I'm so happy about City of the Wolves, man. City of the Wolves came through and was like, yeah, we don't care about that right now. We just want to make a dope game that's dope and sick. And they did, bro. And they did. This game is sick. I can't get enough of it. From the movement to the game speed to the look of it, I think it's gorgeous. To the soundtrack, like, it's so fun. And then hold on. To the freaking, like, for SNK to show more love to Third Strike than anyone else, I'm gonna show love back. They showed my favorite game love in 2005, right? So let me show you what I'm talking about. Third Strike, what up? The overhead super, that's Third Strike. That super specifically with the super flash, shout out to Third Strike. Hold on. Low forward super. Specifically, that's exactly the Third Strike animations. Short super, Third Strike, right? They even have the universal overhead. I missed the timing. Universal overhead into Third Strike, right? Or into Third Strike, Jesus. Into super. And so honestly, man, like, that alone gets me super hyped. But even beyond that, before Ken was even released, I was in love with this game. Like, it's so much you can do. So many cool combos. You can do like setups afterwards. Go low, go supers, etc. But really, the main thing I like is the game speed, right? It's really fast, and I really like that. You know, sometimes when I feel like I play Street Fighter, it's kind of slow, right? Like, for instance, you're dealing with like a jump in, and the jump ins are pretty slow. So, you know, Street Fighter can't really jump because they're slow and you're gonna get anti-air. Well, in this game, you have short hops, so you can jump a little bit faster. But guess what? The better players with good reactions are gonna stop that too. But it just gives the offense a little bit more chances to get in, right? A little bit of faster dashes. So it gives the offense a little bit chance to get in. It has a guard meter, right? To blow up a guard, right? That gives you more chances to open people up, right? So between the short hop, between the dashes, between guard meter, and just the overall pace and speed of the game, it skews it towards an offensive game. And for me, it makes for more fun. It makes for better viewing, right? Like, you know, because for me, when I think about Kung Fu and I think about fighting, the most exciting thing for me is like Bruce Lee when he's fighting everyone and doing all this crazy type of stuff and attacking and parrying things, right? Like, you know, imagine if like Bruce Lee just sat back and threw sonic booms, and then like every time somebody got near me, sonic boomed them, and if a bad guy jumped up, he would you know, flash kick, right? That wouldn't really be that exciting of a movie, and unfortunately that's half of Street Fighter. So that's how I feel sometimes when I watch Street Fighter. Still a huge fan of Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter. I wouldn't be here without Street Fighter, and I love Street Fighter, but I like faster paced games. And so I feel like City of the Wolves is like a perfect balance where it's really fast, but also not like Marvel crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not crazy set play, stuff all over the screen, you know, knock down one time, overload, Guilty Gear craziness, right? So it's like the speed of Marvel, but the solidness of Street Fighter. So it's like a perfect balance, like, and it makes sense, right? Because a lot of people don't realize the guy who made Street Fighter, he's also the guy that made KOF, right? Like, he made KOF, right? So like his first game was Street Fighter, he made Street Fighter 2, right? And then he left, made SNK and made King of Fighters. And he said, you know what? I think we need to make Run faster. I think we need to make a short hop to help. Like, you know, he did all these things to help offense because Super Turbo ended up being Street Fighter in general was a more defensive game, right? Like, you looked at who dominated, right? You end up with who? You looked at who dominated, you ended up with Dalsim, defensive, Sagat, defensive, Vega, defensive, right? Like, these characters were very hard to deal with from a defensive standpoint. And so, I mean, he realized that. And so you look at a guy who made the game, and his next game, he wanted to make it more offensive. So I agree with his choices. So I'm just happy in a modern era there's a place for, like, if you like offensive-based games, if you want something a little bit more spicier, you know what I'm saying? This is a perfect place for you. And I feel like it has so much room and potential to grow. Like, the cast is only gonna grow. You have Joe coming next, and then you have Chun-Li. So you're gonna be able to do the actual Evo 37 moment in the game. Like, I just can't wait, bro. And the online's fun. There's tons of people to play. There's tons of Discords. There's tons of tech. Like, it's just so much to learn. Before we go, I want to show you also the Just Defend, how they took the parry animation from Third Strike and gave it to the Just Defend. So let me set Rock to do some jabs real quick so I can show you the parry animations that they took from Third Strike, which is insane. Hold on. Up. Okay. All right. No, do what I say. Okay, there it is. He listening. Okay, you're not listening. Oh my God. Okay, I got it. All right, I got it. All right, trust me. Okay, I'm cooked. Wow, I'm really cooked. There it is. I'm better than this. Okay, I'm ready. So anyway, that's the Third Strike animations, bro. Like, it's such an homage to Third Strike that, like, I couldn't believe it. And, like, I just feel seen, and I'm just happy that they show so much love. Like, and the crazy thing is, I fell in love with this game even before I realized the homages to Third Strike, right? Like, it's just a really solid game. So definitely give it a try. Definitely look for more content coming from your boy. Definitely hit up my socials, man. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe and all that stuff. Make sure you check out my Twitch. I'm gonna be streaming a lot more. So, and then make sure you hit up my Twitter as well, man. And the Discord. Just hit me up whenever. If you wanna hit some games, always down to play games. We got a growing community of players that love to play as well. So yeah, if you ever want any tech, if you need anything, make sure you lock into Common Sense channel, bro, and I'll be seeing you around. Appreciate you guys stopping by, and definitely grab City Rules. Later, everyone.
Got no time.